Nashville. I'm back at work. I don't know if I'm good at it anymore. We'll see. Well, I feel like I'm rusty, you know? Here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Stand-up comedy, not an important job. I screw this up, y'all are still gonna get White Claw drunk, have weird sex. I hope on the way home. Give the Uber driver a show, you know? It's not an important job. I know that because I've had important jobs. I used to be a criminal defense lawyer. Yeah, drink that in for a second. Imagine rocking up in my office like, what are we gonna do about this marijuana charge? I'm like, I don't know, close the door, let's roll one up. Figure it out, dude. But I was thinking about it, you know, I'm back at work for the first time in a long time. I'm rusty. I bet people with important jobs are rusty. Do we have any teachers in here? Yeah. One of you is gonna murder a kid this year. You had a mute button on Zoom for a year. It's gone now. It's gonna happen in history class. Nuh-uh, miss, that is not what I heard. I saw on TikTok that the Egyptians didn't make the pyramids. It was aliens. You look for a mute button, it's not there. You just start choking around in the front row. You believe that because you're stupid. You're stupid because your parents are stupid. That's why they named you McKaylee and spell it with 17 A's. Yeah, go ahead and film me, Ashley, E-I-G-H. Put it on the internet. I don't care. I have tenure. I can't be fired. You get arrested for murder, I'll be your lawyer, and you'll go to prison. I'm glad you guys are here. Everyone's back out. We're trying to get back out in the world. Everyone's talking about what they're excited to be doing. We're gonna go to comedy shows. We're gonna go to concerts. I think that's cool, but I'm way more interested in what are you never doing again? We had some time to reflect over the last 2 years, and we are quitting stuff. What are you guys quitting? Yeah, peoples, that's a good one, yeah. People are quitting their jobs, they're quitting the gyms, they're quitting making their husband come. People are quitting stuff. I'm quitting my student loans. I am never... They let me stop, and it's working out way better for me. They're trying to get me to go back. They keep sending me emails. You gotta start back in January, and I'm like, unsubscribe. Suck my dick, Joe Biden. I'm not paying those things. I voted for you. That's all you're getting from me. You're gonna die soon. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't even know why we paid them in the first place. I looked into it. Do you know what happens if you don't pay your student loans? Do you guys know? They ruin your credit. Credit? You think I care about credit? I stole this shirt from a man named Keybump. I barely know what credit is. Are you kidding me? Credit? We're gonna worry about credit. We're all gonna be living on the coast of Colorado in 35 years. Working for Raytheon Farms, putting in 17-hour shifts. Our robot overlords will be fucking our wives, not letting us watch. We get off work, we'll be like, at least we got good credit. Forget that. I'll put heroin on credit right now. Dare me to, Joe Biden. I'm not doing well, guys. I'm not doing well. I don't think anybody is. America's not doing well. It feels like right now America's going through a divorce and we hate the kids. We're trying to connect with each other, trying to get along. It's impossible. We're trying to get a hold of our mental health, you know, and we're misdiagnosing ourselves. Me too, I've done it. I thought I had the bipolar. I don't. I do have depression and anxiety. I go through like a month of that, then I'd come out of it, have a normal day, think it was mania. Then I remember what people with mania are like. You ever hung out with somebody with mania? Just be like having tea, they'll see a lightning bolt and be like, we should start a nonprofit, you know what I mean? But it's not my fault. Like, I did think I had mania. Like, I would have depression for like a month. I would come out of it, have a regular day. I would be like, this is mania. I'd be like, oh my God, I love my life. I love my wife. I love my dog. I love pickles. Baby, you ever had pickles? Vinegarized cucumbers. This is crazy. I think I'm manic. It turns out I do love pickles. That's the difference. Mania is a lie. It's not the truth. Mania is not, have you tried pickles? Mania is, I invented pickles. Get your coat. We're going to the factory. They owe us money. And you guys can laugh at me, misdiagnosing myself. I'll laugh back at you. I know y'all were doing it too, because you wrote about it on the internet all the time. Some of you had a different disease every week. Oh, I got depression. A week later. Oh, I got PTSD. A week later. Oh, I got bipolar. Homegirl, you got narcissism. That's what this is. And I know why we're posting about it. We got to get rid of the stigma. I know it's important to get rid of the stigma of mental health issues. I know that's very important, but maybe we should bring a little stigma back. Just a touch, just like a smidge, a stig. Can we bring a little bit back? I don't want any of you to feel ashamed of your mental health issues, but some of y'all seem proud of them. You're marching them out for the world like they're your kids or something. This is depression. He is my oldest. We're real proud of him. And that's his sister in the back, childhood trauma. That's our youngest. You're not supposed to have favorites, but I love her so much. We need to bring some stigma back, because what we're doing's not working. I know, I see the old people tightening up because y'all didn't talk about it. Y'all had to deal with that shame, and you drank it away, and you snorted it away, and you had unprotected sex. Yeah, that sounds way more fun than posting about how sad I am all the time. I don't want you to be ashamed, but I do want a Quaalude. Can we get that going, please? I get why we're doing it. You write you're sad, I write I'm sad. We feel less alone in the world. I don't feel less alone. I just think you're sad in a different part of town. Because of the last 2 years we've had, I say we start making social media fake again. Can we do that just for a little while? Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to be real on there anymore. I want to see your vacation photos. If you're my friend, I want to see you live. That's what makes me happy. If you're my enemy, I want to see you live. I got on this app to hate your guts. You're out here posting, I have suicidal thoughts. I didn't know that about you, Steve. I just thought you were an asshole. Making me empathize on a Tuesday. This is bullshit, man. You gotta look for the bright spots, though, right? You guys looking for the bright spots? Yeah. Big bright spot for me, I really like talking on the phone with my mom now. Yeah. I've always loved my mom. We've always been close, but I've never liked talking on the phone with her because she plays a game called You Know Amanda. Yeah, you guys know that game. You know Amanda, Drew? Amanda. It's Amanda. That's the first thing they do. They add syllables. That don't work. Then they add people. Amanda. She's Richard's daughter. Used to be married to Sean. They got that little girl, McKaylee. They don't spell it the right way. Before, I was like, no, I don't know Amanda. Can you pick me up from the airport? What are we doing? But now I'm looking at it different. I'm looking for the positives. I realize this is not an annoying scenario. This is a choose my own adventure novel. And my mama is the author. Who will be my protagonist today? I choose Sean randomly. Remember the one acting class I took? I'm like, active listening, energetic response. Did you say Sean got divorced? Having no clue in the universe who Sean is. And then we strap the fuck in. I don't know if y'all know Sean, but he has had a hell of a 2 years. See, Drew, it all started when he met that little girl named Allie. She's a little floozy, introduced him to how good pain pills smell, and it was downhill from there. See, she was his side chick. That's what you kids say, right? Side chick? Yes, Mom, I think we should talk more. How do you know that word? Well, Allie was his side chick. His wife didn't know about her. Everything was going good till her pain pill addiction became his pain pill addiction. Next thing you know, his wife finds out about it, kicks him out. Now his side chick becomes his front chick. Is that right, front chick? Nah, mama, it's main bitch. Okay, well, Allie's now his main bitch, all right? Now, when you got a main bitch like Allie, everyone knows she wasn't with Sean for his looks. He's never been a looker. She was with him for his money. Well, that was fine till he lost his job because he's got a pill addiction, too. You can't be drooling when you work cable, Drew. You'll electrocute yourself. That's how that goes. So he loses his job. He's already lost his wife. He doesn't go to church anymore. He's lost his religion, all because of this one floozy. I'm like, we're putting a lot of the blame at the women's feet. I think you've internalized some misogyny, but I'm not going to bring that up. I'm not trying to cancel you. What happened after that? Allie's his main bitch now, but he lost his job. He's never been a looker. She was only with him for the money. How's he gonna get money? Well, how do you hang on to a pill whore, Drew? I know, Mom. Jesus, do you know? Yeah, you sell pills. Okay, you do know. Well, Sean knows that the hillbilly heroin highway, I-40, I-75, it runs right up through there. They're bringing heroin down from Detroit, pills up from Florida. Sean's smart. He knows he can get in on that. I'm going, slow down. I'm taking notes. Hollywood might call. What is happening right now? So he starts taking pill heads down to Florida, 10, 20 at a time. They all get prescriptions. They get 100 pills. He gets 80. They keep 20. He pays them off. He comes back. Now he's got what you call a base supply. I'm going, what the fuck are you talking about? You are a Sunday school teacher. She said, well, I'm talking about Sean. Yeah, it kept going, Drew. The Mexicans got involved. The Mexicans, I mean the cartel. I don't mean all Mexicans are bad. Don't you put me in one of your little skits. The cartel gets involved. They put a storehouse up on Pea Ridge. He's making about $1 million a year. His brother gets involved. He's always been a piece of shit. And they catch him with a brick. How do you know what a brick is? Yeah, catch him with a brick. And you know snitches get stitches. He rolls on the cartel. Well, Sean's freaking out. His brother's gonna die. He takes the rap for him, tells the cartel it's fine, I'll do the time if I have to, forgives his brother, kicks Allie out, goes back to work. He's on probation now. He's back in church, and Amanda took him back in. We're so happy to see him on Sundays when they bring McKaylee. We really want him to testify to the kids about the dangers of drugs, but he won't do it. He's too shy. You know how Sean is. Fuck yes, I do, Mama. And I'm ashamed of myself for spending all this money on streaming services. I could have been calling Mama for free at night. You see me after the show, slip me a $5 bill. I'll give you Nancy's number. It is better than anything you're watching right now. It's like Breaking Bad prays for you. It's incredible. Another bright spot for me and my wife get along. We do like each other. It was a toss-up, you know? I work on the road. I'm a comedian. I'm gone a lot. I was home 24/7 all the time. It was like, we'll see. But we're good, man. I'm married to an incredible woman. I'm very lucky. She's a redneck, but she's also a hippie. That's a weird combination. They're very rare, redneck hippies. Most of them died when the Allman Brothers band broke up. She stinks. I like that. I'm very into a stinky woman. Hell yeah. The pheromones are like titties for your nose. She's had a big pandemic. She came out as bisexual. Yeah, it is very annoying. First of all, they're all in a relationship with the moon that you don't understand. But I'm not saying bisexuals are annoying, but like being with one, it sucks, dude. All right. They know they're better than you. They could leave you for a man, a woman, a truck, the moon, anything. They know that. They know that, you know? And I know, like dudes are, no, it'll be cool. We'll check out titties together. Not if Mercury's in lemonade or whatever's happening. And if you get jealous, like if you're jealous, don't be with a bisexual. And if you get jealous over guys, imagine what it's gonna be like when it's women. Have you seen women, bros? They drop a new women like every week. They're all beautiful, they all smell good, and they all eat pussy like they wrote the manual. And I see some of your faces lighting up. That's what I wanted to talk about, eating pussy, yeah. Telling me you didn't have threesomes? Nah, we had threesomes. You tell me they weren't fun? No, they were a lot of fun. You know why? Because I really enjoy watching somebody do my job better than me. She had her lifted up off the bed. She was levitating. I walked all the way around with my arm under like that. This shouldn't be possible. She had her levitating up towards the ceiling. I was like, that's good, that's close to the moon. She likes it up there. And people are like, oh, well, you felt insecure, like you didn't need to be there. Bullshit, I had to be there. Somebody had to document the poltergeist that was happening in my bedroom. I'm over there writing it all down, like, damn, that was number 10, baby. She's like, that was 11. I was like, I don't know how they work. That was an orgasm joke, sir. And people are like, well, okay, you felt like you couldn't perform. You needed a Viagra. I needed 2 sleeping pills. They wouldn't stop. What is going on with y'all's jaw and tongue, ladies? Look, here's what I'm saying, men, straight men. Is it fun to be with a bisexual? Absolutely, but you are gonna have to admit that Lori is a better man than you. Anyway, we're gonna have kids soon. That's the mother of my children. Shame on y'all for laughing at that. We are gonna have kids. She wants to have a baby. I'm into it. You know, it's time. We've been together like 12 years. We need to have kids or become swingers. We need new people to talk to, you know? And it's weird, you know? It's weird to be with a woman who's decided she's ready to be a mom. She sends me pictures of babies. It's cute. Then she tells me she's horny. That's weird. Only a woman can do that. I couldn't even start that text. The FBI would show up, you know? And I know she's ready. I know she's gonna be a good mom. She's very emotionally mature. But like, also she believes in astrology, so it's 50-50, really. She's like, you would say that. You're a Virgo. I'm like, you're a codependent. I don't want to do this. I don't know. I'm excited about having kids. I'm scared, you know. I'm not afraid of babies. Babies are easy, you know. Just keep them alive, clean the poop off. It's fine. But teenagers? Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to kill them either. They should change that. You used to be allowed to, like not that long ago. Like 100 years, you could just kill a shitty kid, blame it on the winter, no big deal. Sheriff shows up, like, what happened to your oldest? It got real cold, you know how it is. He'd be like, I do know how it is. And then he'd ride off on a horse. It was fine. But she's the good, emotionally stable one. I'm the practical one, you know? I'm the one who's worried about what we don't have. Like, money. And you gotta have money. Oh, dude, I hate rich people. Yeah, I hate their guts. But I also want to be one. It's a very weird, like, I feel about rich people the way, like, conservative senators feel about gay people. I'm like, just look at them. Over there having cool parties, dressing better than us. It makes me so mad. I might fuck one in an airport bathroom. I'll be a good dad. And the family, of course, wants us to have kids, you know. My in-laws are impressionists. When are you guys gonna have kids? When are you gonna have kids? I don't know. When are you gonna die and leave me this house? Let's talk about the future. Figured out how to get them off our back, though, you know. My father-in-law, he was like, hey, when are you gonna get my daughter pregnant? I was like, oh, you mean when am I gonna finish inside of her? Maybe tonight, Jim. Good idea. High five? No? Yeah. Yeah, that got him off her back, and then I did too later, and you know. But that's what I say to her parents, and it worked. I can't say that to my parents. We're Christians, you know what I mean? I can't. But surprisingly, my dad, he's been on my team with this whole thing, and it does surprise me. My dad's a preacher. You know, I thought he'd be like, go forth and multiply. And he's like, stay home, divide, you know? We were talking about it, and I was just saying, I'm very scared of having kids, and he was supporting me. And have you ever had a conversation with somebody where you're on the same page exactly, but you're in different books? I was like, I just think it's scary to think about bringing kids into the world now. Like, now seems like a weird time. He's like, now is a weird time. I was like, yeah, they might be the first generation to have it worse than their parents in this country. They probably will be the first generation to have it worse than their parents. I was like, yeah. And then you have them, they grow up, become adults. You have to justify that you brought them into this world. He was like, you will have to justify that you brought them into this world. And then basically at the same time, I was like, yeah, the corporatization of America is ruining the soul of this democracy. And he said, Dr. Seuss was a good man. We're in different books. Yours rhymes, has a lot of colors. But we're gonna do it, and I am looking forward to it. Look for the positives, right? You know? I'm looking forward to stuff about it. I'm looking forward to having dad excuses. I can't wait to have dad excuses. Your buddies want you to come out. You're like, nah, we got ball practice. They can't check. It's not on the internet. These are children, you know? My favorite dad excuse I can't wait to use is, how am I supposed to explain this to my kids? I cannot wait to say that about stuff. It seems fun. I'm gonna do it to the guy who's been using it on us for years. He shows up, how do I explain two men kissing to my kids? Well, how do I explain trans people to my kids? I don't know, Bill. How do I explain your t-shirt to my kid? You got the Punisher on there, the Punisher logo. My kid's really into comic books. The Punisher hates cops. You got that thin blue line. That's very confusing for an 8-year-old. It's the American flag. You've altered the flag. You love the law and you love the flag, but you've broken the only law I know associated with the flag. He's learning about the flag. You're really confusing him. Let's look at the back of this shirt. It says, don't tread on me. Well, who do you think does the treading, Bill? If not for that thin blue line walking across all of us with their guns and their legal right to tread. So confusing for my 8-year-old to see you in that t-shirt. Whereas, on the other hand, that's Timmy, that's Tommy, they're gonna fuck later and it's none of our business. He gets that immediately. Also, I don't know how magnets work. There's so much stuff I can't explain to my kids. Well, how do I explain that a man identifies as a woman? Your son identifies as a lion. He has been growling at us the whole time we've been talking. He gets it, dude. Things are hard. I don't know how they get water to the tops of buildings. It's crazy what you got to explain to kids, man. There's so much stuff I don't know how I'm gonna explain to my kids. How do I explain to my kids that the hip kids are dressing like their uncles now? How do I explain that? Have you seen this? You've noticed it in Nashville, I'm sure. It started with trucker hats. That's the first thing the cool kids took from our people was trucker hats. Which, I don't know if you know what we call those where I'm from. We call them hats. Yeah, those are just hats. You don't need a special hat to drive a truck. How do you think a truck works, Ashton? And I don't blame these kids. They want to dress that way. I just want to know why, you know? I don't get it. Like, I'd be walking around Brooklyn when I lived there. They got on steel-toed boots, old overalls that are washed out. I thought I saw my papa's ghost every 15 seconds. It's just some kid on his way to a DJ gig. I'm like, are you a plumber? He's like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, carry on, young man. It's gone so far that even Carhartt's in fashion now. Did you know they turned Carhartt into a fashion item? Yeah. You know Carhartt, right? Comes in 2 colors, stain and the other kind of stain. I was at a rooftop party in Brooklyn. The DJ had on a brown Carhartt jacket. Like, I look fresh. You look like wet cardboard, you asshole. It's a fashion item now. Yeah, workers can't afford those. They gentrified my dad out of his jeans. When will you stop, people? But my wife, you guys remember her from a few jokes ago? She's like, this is what you do. You get mad. Anger's the only emotion you understand. She said that to me, pissed me off. She said, I'm gonna take you to this restaurant in Brooklyn. It's farm to table with Southern food. You'll see that it's good that we're in. I said, farm to table in Brooklyn, huh? Go on. Yeah, you guys know Brooklyn, right? It's that borough in New York City known for its farming communities. She said, don't you ruin this date like you did my 20s. And I was like, that's fair. It's like, I'll be good. And I was good. And we were having a good time. Everything was going good till they asked me what kind of grits I wanted. I said, savory, I don't like sweet grits. Thank you for asking. They said, no, we mean, do you want regular or vegan? And I reacted the way my great Aunt Trudy did when I explained to her what transgender means. I don't believe people do that. I ended up getting kicked out. I was like, I'll burn your restaurant down. It'll be easy with all the reclaimed barnwood you got on the walls. Guys, don't go to a Southern restaurant and eat if they've got reclaimed barnwood in the wall. Do you know why? Because you're eating in a poop lodge. There's poop in barns. You're not supposed to eat in a barn. Is that what you think of my people, that we eat in barns? We don't eat in barns. We have sex in them because we're cool, but... And the only thing that makes me mad is that you're lying about all this stuff. You want to dress like my uncle? That's cool. Don't lie about it. You know, like you come to my table in your camouflage hat, your cut-off T-shirt, because that's the theme of your restaurant. I'm like, oh, are you a hunter? Are you from the South? The South. I would never go there. It's regressive and backwards. Then why are you dressed like a barista at Talladega then? I'm not trying to crash your little Cracker Barrel cosplay party. That's not my goal here. I just want some truth. The girls are doing it too. They cut it short in the front, they leave it long in the back. I got a shag. Homegirl, that's a mullet. That's what that is. This isn't a mullet. I learned about this in a Paris fashion magazine. We'll call it a moulet if it makes you feel better. I just don't know what to say to my kid. Y'all are lying to yourselves. There's no such thing as vegan grits. That's corn. There's no such thing as designer camouflage, and no one has ever lived in a tiny house. I'm gonna look my son in his eye and go, those are trailers. And it's okay to live in a trailer. You can have fun in a trailer. You ever done Molly in a trailer? I have, with a dude named Keith, so it was probably meth, and it was a good time. We didn't lie to ourselves. I don't know how I'm supposed to explain this to my kids. They're going, we don't live in a trailer. We live in a tiny home community. Son, that's a trailer park. Let's go. I'm gonna be a good dad. No, thank you. But I am scared. I think the biggest apprehension I have, and a lot of people my age have it, is global warming. A lot of people my age are not having kids, or they're afraid of it because of climate change. Do you guys believe in climate change? Yeah. I think we're all in denial. I do. I live in California. I talk to people about climate change. They're like, we're not in denial. People where you're from are in denial. I would love to win this debate, but I have to get out of here. I'm going to put a down payment on a house I built on a fault line in the middle of a desert. I'll see you later. We're all in denial about climate change. Because, like, what comes after climate change? You guys know, right? It's a war for resources. Who's going to win that war? All the people who don't believe in climate change. They got guns and boats and trucks and jet skis. They're going to look rad during the water wars. They'll be interviewing a lady on CNN in 30 years. How do you feel now that global warming has made your trailer a beachfront home? And she's gonna say, global warming, honey, this was God's will. We've been praying for him to kill the liberals and the queers on the coast for 30 years. He finally did. Praise his holy name. We like the hole in the ozone layer. That's so Jesus can see me better. You better laugh. Most of your friends on the coast will be too dead to blog about how wrong she was. I just want y'all to get prepared. Like, that's what's coming as a war. We're not prepared. Liberals get mad at me. They're like, we believe in the science. Okay, do you believe in violence? That's what's coming. Like, we don't have any good skill. What do we got? We know how to knit. We're so screwed during this stuff. I tell this joke in Portland. They're like, we can survive in the woods off oat milk. That's cool. You're going to have to move inland and my papa's going to shoot you. It's going to be easy with that bright purple hair. He can see it in his scope real good. You're not ready to fight the Bud Light Brigade. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And I'm with you, and I'm fighting with you, and I'm marching with you, and I'm trying to help you until the very end. And then I'm switching teams, y'all. I'm gonna get on my uncle's boat, turn up this accent down a Coors Light. I'll be like, shoot that one, Uncle Terry. It looks like a vegan. Then I gotta make room for a baby on that boat. Thank you guys so much.
With his mother heart tattoo.